Yeah.
How are you doing, Mom?
Get rid of the root of your problem. Just kill your mother right now.
Today, without a doubt, I will surely fulfill my promise to your mother. I'll take the life of that girl.
And this is the third time. Fulfill your promise.
Adiraj has accepted me as a wife right now, Auntie. This is something unusual. This place here is completely silent. You choose to bring me here. What is so special about this place here?
Something that I've been waiting for.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
For more than 10 years of collecting dust in Waigani, the Defence Cooperation Agreement between Indonesia and Papua New Guinea was finally ratified by Minister for Foreign Affairs Justin Kichenko for implementation. The Defence Cooperation Agreement was signed in March 2010, which PNG ratified through Parliament but never implemented.
The Papua New Guinea government has ratified the Defence Cooperation Agreement with Indonesia. Minister for Foreign Affairs Justin Kichenko says the agreement has been signed off and approved by Parliament a couple of weeks ago and now been ratified by the Foreign Affairs Department to start a 10-year journey between the Defence Force of Indonesia, the Government of Indonesia and the Government of Papua New Guinea and the Defence Force of Papua New Guinea.
We look forward to our partnership in security now, securing our borders, securing our people, and securing our ties and partnership with Indonesia, which has never ever been stronger than before. And I can say this, the relationship between the two leaders of our countries, our Prime Minister James Marape and the President Widodo, has never been stronger. And it's unfortunate that the President is finishing his 10-year term now, but we congratulate the former Defence Minister, who is now being the President-elect going forward for the Republic of Indonesia. And we look forward in closely working with him for the good of both our countries. This DCA is very significant when it comes to security matters and shared issues on our border and between our two countries when it comes to defence.
Minister Kichenko further pointed out that when it comes to defence, their job as Foreign Affairs was to ensure that everything was ratified, sealed and signed for and correctly and legally done so that the Defence Force now can work freely with Indonesia and its defense force in all security matters under the DCI. Furthermore, he said, we see a unique situation here in Papua New Guinea, where we have one of the biggest land borders with Indonesia than any other country, and we have an issue where we are also currently working on the basic border agreement with the Indonesian authorities as well.
So I'd like to say thank you for the partnership and the support from the Indonesian government and Defence Force. Thank you for Foreign Affairs and the PNG Defence Force of of coming together to finally ratify this very important document. Actually, it's quite historical because the original document was signed by the now Governor-General when he was the Defence Minister.
Indonesian Ambassador to PNG Adriana Supandi expressed gratitude to the government of PNG on behalf of the government and the people of the Republic of Indonesia after 10 long years.
So this agreement finally has been ratified by the Parliament and the government of the independent states of Papua New Guinea. The other important things that I should mention is to reactivate the bilateral mechanism between the two countries.
Freddy Mo, TVWAN News.
Meantime, Minister for Foreign Affairs Justin Kichenko has announced that the Indonesian government will be funding the complete renovation of the ICU ward at Port Moresby General Hospital, as well as a brand new mortuary for the Port Moresby Hospital, which is in dire need of expansion and renovation. Kichenko made this announcement today when announcing the ratification of PNG Indonesia Defence Force cooperation in Port Moresby.
And not only that, in Vonimo, in West Sepik province, they are building a renovating the brand new secondary school in Vonimo, as well as a waste management system, including upgrading and the fire brigade as well. So Indonesia is doing its part to assist Papua New Guinea in areas that are lacking, and we greatly appreciate partnership in the aid funding for Vonimo in West Sepik, and of course at Port Moresby General Hospital with two major projects that will be starting very shortly.
The PNG University of Technology in Lae will be looking at making its facilities more inclusive. Registrar Veronica Thomas outlined this following the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding with a person with disability early this month.
30-year-old Gemi Piaki from Enga Province will return to the PNG University of Technology next year to take a bachelor's degree in computer science. This follows the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding early this month with the institution in Lae. Unitech Registrar Veronica Thomas said while Piaki is away, the university will utilize that time to modify an existing room as a short-term solution and seek funds to construct accommodation for persons with disabilities. They will also look for funding to get a new motorized wheelchair and construct ramps for the Mathematics and Computer Science Department for ease of mobility. The registrar said the university, like all other organizations, has its gender equality, disability and social inclusion, or GEDC challenges, and this has come to light in recent years. She outlined that the University Council has been mindful of the GEDC challenges and have strongly advised the university management to embrace them and implement action plans to address GEDC. As a result, the university has captured GEDC in its strategic plan, its values, staff code of conduct, and have developed a GEDC policy with action plans for implementation. The policy is before the University Council to be approved on April 4, 2024. Additionally, the registrar said a Gender Equality, Disability and Social Inclusion Working Committee will meet this week to discuss the way forward for accommodating the needs of Piaki and others with special needs. Kamala Guare, TVWAN News, Lae.
The University of Papua New Guinea students hosted the Sana Memorial Program to remember the death of the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare yesterday at the university campus. The program, which began in 2022, was established to remember late Somare during his death anniversary every February 26th.
The University of Papua New Guinea students were all in black yesterday to remember the death of the founding father of Papua New Guinea, Sir Michael Thomas Somare, who died on February 25, 2021. As part of their tribute, the university, under the leadership of SRC, created a program known as Sana Memorial. The program is an annual event in which the students take part to remember late Somare. UPNG SRC President Joel Kevin says the objective of hosting this program is to remember the legacy and leadership of the late Sir Somare and reflect on what we should do better as a country.
Students together in one mind, in one dream, one vision. Let's commemorate the death of our nation, of our founding father, the 3rd anniversary. United a nation of different tribes scattered across the country. The love of the country, the respect for the rule of law, and the economic challenges are there. Let us reignite the spirit of unity to put the country above all else.
Kevin said the theme for this year's program is Rekindling the Dream. It means that it is now the responsibility of the future leaders of this country to review the dream of our founding father to be an independent economic country.
Rekindling the dream, it simply means it is now in our hands to revive, reignite the dreams of our founding father for this country. It is time for us to carry forward and make PNG economically independent. It starts with us today.
The president said before he departed, he left Vision 2050, something this generation holds close to their heart and hopes this vision will be enforced come 2025. The UPNG Vice-Chancellor, Professor Frank Griffin, said the university, through this program, stands hand in hand with the country to take pride and remember the founder who stood firm to ensure PNG gained its independence.
In your 3rd anniversary of your passing, we remember you, we acknowledge all that you had done for us to become a nation, and your legacy will be carried on by all the children of this land going into the future.
Meanwhile, the students ended the program with the lighting of candles signifying the impact late Somare had on them and the people of Papua New Guinea. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
Prime Minister James Marape urged the University of Papua New Guinea students to respect the rule of law. The PM said the rule of law is a foundation that was established by late Sir Michael Somare, and by respecting the law, it shows a sense of respect to late Somare. Marape made this statement during the Sana Memorial Program hosted by the university yesterday evening.
Prime Minister James Marape, who was the guest of honor at the Sana Memorial ceremony hosted by the UPNG students, urged the students to respect the rule of law. Marape said the purpose of respecting the rule of law is to honor our founding father, late Sir Michael Somare, who was the brain behind the establishment of the laws of the country.
Foremost, respect the rule of law. Everything else is secondary. Today I speak to you again. On the 2nd anniversary of his passing, I spoke on the same issues, if you go over my speech. Today I speak to you again. Respect the country that he built, and let's respect the laws of this country.
Marape said 15th August 1975 marks the establishment of the Constitution of PNG, and within that Constitution there are laws that govern Papua New Guineans to abide by, which this day and age seems to be the opposite because people tend to disrespect the rule of law.
The country that he built, and let's respect the laws of this country. Before independence in 1975, September 16th, it was 15 August 1975 that our Constitution was bettered first. The Constitution that anchors the fundamental foundations of a nation must be respected at all times by each and every one of us.
He said Somare had a vision of this country and he never at one time put his people first. Rather, he put PNG first. Creating the Constitution was his vision to ensure Papua New Guineans are abided and protected by law.
First, everything else second and last. That was Somare. Somara never put Murik first. Somara never put Sipik first. Somara never put Pangu first or NA first. Somara put PNG first.
The Prime Minister said as future leaders of this country, it is important that the students put to practice the ability to respect the rule of laws, which will set the pace for future generations to follow. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
An overwhelming candle night commemorative vigil took place Monday evening in memory of the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium. Speakers of the night brought back the true meaning of Papua New Guinea's state and how it is supposed to symbolize freedom, peace and unity.
Remember, Papua New Guinea is one nation and one country. The commemoration of the third anniversary of Grand Chief late Michael Thomas Somare had residents of the nation's capital take part in the walk of Sana from Paga Hill to the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium for the candle night commemorative vigil. Several items were performed through the growing night before the downpour of rain. Papua New Guinea Constabulary Band performed, including the national anthem and several other memorable songs of the nation. Governor for NCD Powes Pakop, including Dalciana Somare Bash, Sir Moyave, and Prime Minister James Marape shared, acknowledged and paid homage to late Somares, including his wife, Lady Veronica Somare.
It's also a privilege to share time with him, appreciate his demeanor and his vision, his character, and what made him to be who he is and he was. But this evening I want to share with you all as we assemble here.
In our turmoil in recent months, I have recalled often my father's lessons. I'm sure if he was here, he would say, those conflicted can only be appeased by peaceful means. Only in words do we convey the sentiments we feel. Use words tactfully and responsibly. Always manage your own expectations. In good and bad times, exercising respect.
Candles were lit and swayed as a remembrance to the founding father.
Yes, there are challenges facing our country. Which country doesn't? We fall, we have to get up and walk again. I have come here to be his voice tonight, to share those sentiments with you. We should not hang ourselves in shame. Despite what everybody says, Papua New Guinea has not disintegrated into 800 pieces. We are still united.
For us today, to keep it short, is this generation of Papua New Guinea must preserve the democracy he carved for us, the unity he stitched for us, the public service he bettered for us, the courthouse and the independence of judiciary he gifted us. His generation of leaders planted the tree under whose shade we sit here today. It is our time now too to ensure that we refurbish and maintain the robustness of our democracy, clean up our weak acts, respect the laws of our country, respect each other, get to work.
Jasmine Nerojak, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. ICCC advises consumers to expect additional fuel charges. Those stories and more after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase EasyPay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bungim Yumi.
Open Nets.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier by you like you more.
Superstition ain't the way.
Hai, suruhkan plus dulu TV. Alright, Mika.
You're a nice boss and a loyal husband to your wife. If Ma'am Claire does not see that, it's her loss.
I'm impressed.
It's that girl. Why the hell are you giving copy to my husband? Get out! I'm not done with this woman yet.
You wouldn't want to cross me. And I'm telling you right now, you haven't seen anything yet.
Welcome back. The Human Rights Secretariat spearheaded an initiative by organizing a training session from February 27 to March 2, 2024 at the Sivarai Namona Bomana NCD, aimed at empowering village court officials in implementing the Family Protection Act 2013 and tackling issues related to family and sexual violence. Today, February 27th, marked the inauguration of the training session with the registration of stakeholders overseen by Vincent Asu, Acting Director of Village Courts and Land Mediation Secretariat, who extended a warm welcome to the participants.
It's also good to see a good number of women as Village Courts Magistrator to ensure we equal and justice service delivery to the village court system. The training will be delivered by our trainers and facilitators who ask a lot of questions. Because when you are out there on the field, you are on your own. The trainers and facilitators will not be there. You will apply what you learn. Our village courts and flexible Department of Justice. Law and order issues in the country, we have to And our response as a department to another issues is village courts. So that means you have a very important role to play in the delivery of justice and in ensuring that our communities are at peace. So that will allow.
Discussions throughout the day delved into gender-based violence dynamics, FSV prevalence, and fundamental human rights concepts. Tomorrow's sessions, February 28th, will revolve around understanding the legislative framework under the Family Protection Act 2013, with discussions aiming to equip them with a clear understanding of legal procedures concerning FSV cases. Day 3, February 29th, will focus on revisiting previous sessions and exploring conditions within family protection orders, counseling mediation, breach of interim protection orders, and case studies to enrich participants' understanding of enforcement mechanisms in handling breaches. By March 1st, participants will receive insights into the role of village courts in preventing sorcery-related violence and the referral pathway mechanism for victims. The workshop will end with a summary of sessions and an evaluation of the training's effectiveness. Mariana Raff, Program Manager and Gender Focal Point for End-User Development for the EU, expressed their commitment to supporting the training.
The European Union is proud to be able to support this event together with the PNG Government's Department of Justice and Attorney General in its efforts to improve law and order, strengthen good governance, and contribute enhancing improved access to legal, justice, and protection services for all, and particularly for women and girls that are survivors of gender-based violence.
She said it was pleasing to see many court officials participating in the training as their role is critical for people living in communities across the country who seek peace and justice. The training, once completed, will equip village court officials with the necessary knowledge and skills to address FSV cases effectively and uphold human rights within their communities. Kumura Foundation, a local community-based organization of remote Bundi in Medang province, has extended its appreciation to Mapai Transport for supporting them. A much-needed vehicle donated by the company of the late Chief Jacob Luke has greatly assisted with the foundation's projects as well as transport patients to nearby health facilities.
The company of the late Chief Jacob Luke has given an open-back Toyota Land Cruiser 099 as logistical support for the Kumura Foundation's projects serving in the northern corridor of Simbu from Kundiawa, Gembog, Bundi since June 2023 in the areas of rural health, education and community services. Director of Kumura Foundation, Vincent Kumura, said it is a great story of community partnership with the country's largest trucking company serving a remote community. He recalled the late Chief Jacob visiting them at Snow Pass, Bundi, in November 2021, where he made a commitment to give them an open-back Land Cruiser. 2 years on and his memory is honored through 099 serving in the northern corridor of Simbu. One of the projects started in June 2023 in partnership with the Sir Brian Bell Foundation. It involves the building of a dormitory for 70 students and 10 community health posts for Bundi. The director of Kumura Foundation said these are huge undertakings for a small community-based organization with vast limitations. As such, they wrote to Mapai Transport for logistical support. Over the last 9 months, 099 has helped in the loading of machines for milling timbers and loading timbers and materials for building a 70-person orphan students dormitory at the Gembok Orphan Resource Center, a school in Simbu Province. The vehicle has also transported medical supplies and medical volunteers for the annual 2023 Travel to Change medical patrol in Upper Bundi, where they saw and treated 765 patients and referred 11 to proper health facilities in Simbu. The foundation also has 64 disadvantaged children of Bundi attending schools in Gembog as boarding students. The vehicle continues to help move food rations from Kundiawa and Jiwaka to feed these children on a weekly basis. Kumura extended their gratitude to the board and management of Mapai. Camila Guare, TVWAN News.
Boa Island is another smaller island next to Manam Island of the Bogia district in Medang province, which has been afflicted not only by volcanic ash, but by the constant threats from drought and the recent king tides. This has devastated the islanders as they now suffer from severe starvation. The Manam Resettlement Authority has come to their rescue with food rations, which were given yesterday for their council to deliver to the people of Boa Island. Kimusela, the Boa Island Ward 15 councillor, said he has been fronting up to the district and provincial administration for funding support to assist his people with food, but to no avail. His cries have fallen on deaf ears for months. According to Mr. Saylor, so far 2 people have died, more than 7 have collapsed, including school students who are now unable to go to classes due to the food crisis faced on this stony island. People have been starving not so much from the ashes, but from drought, and the recent king tides from last month has left their island without food. He is now very unhappy with the Bogia District Development Authority for 3 weeks of negligence.
Third level government. Now make a right complaint to DDA Bogia district. Why DDA? They can't help us. And one big problem issue long. DDA Blomilo Bogia.
The Manam Resettlement Authority has representatives on the care centers for the displaced islanders along Bogia who have taken it upon themselves to conduct an assessment regarding starvation issues on the island. Peter Sukwa, the MARA representative, conducted the assessment, and upon his report, even though it was not in their jurisdiction to donate, they managed to set aside a budget of 50,000 kina to assist the Boa Islanders. Yesterday, 2 truckloads with 36,000 kina worth of food was purchased by Mara and given to the councillor to take back to his people on the island.
Why Mara help me law? Like a small rice and all flowers. Me not think by Mara help me. Definitely. Me got government stuff. Or DDA stuff. Bogia district DDA. Me got provincial government stuff. PA implementing stuff. Why not? They can't. Why not? They can't solve my problem.
Joseph Kintau, the Community Development Officer of Mara, stated that this gesture of purchasing store goods and later the remainder of the monies will be spent on garden items is just a temporary relief for the people and diseases and infections. Consumers will be bearing the additional charge on fuel prices in the next few months. In a press conference today, the Independent Consumer and Competition Commission informed that consumers should expect an additional charge in light of the reduced supply of fuel in the country as a result of Puma Energy's inability to supply the market.
Commissioner and Chief Executive Officer Paulo Sainz says the ICCC has commenced discussions with alternate suppliers to find ways to maintain the fuel supply going forward. Sainz explained the options before the ICCC, stating one option would be to face a situation of fuel shortage at the current regulated price, or avoid it by charging an additional premium on the current prices.
As we speak, our team is now out in the shops. What we are aware of is prices are increasing. What has been happening over this period from 2022, 23, 24 now is mainly as a result of global events. We are a price taker economy. We rely most of the things from imports that we bring into our economy. So from our visibility, the price trend that is moving is showing a reflection of what is happening globally.
The ICCC is currently working with alternate fuel suppliers to quantify the additional cost of diverting fuel shipments destined for other countries into Papua New Guinea.
Our team are now going out into the shops, checking the prices of those goods that have been increasing or decreasing. Without the approval of the ICCC, we will arrest them now as usual. Those that have sought approval, we have on record.
While this is a short-term option, The ICCC states that it will continue to work with other government agencies and industry stakeholders to find a long-term solution. Maricela Kelleton, TVWAN News.
Meantime, the ICCC today commenced the first leg of its price surveillance operation in the National Capital District. Other centers will follow afterward. Almost 80 staff of the ICCC are involved in this exercise. This operation will see all shops inspected in the nation's capital to ensure that the prices collected previously by the ICCC during its first phase have not been increased above 10% without prior approval from the ICCC. These prices relate to the prices of the declared goods listed under Schedule 1 of Price Controls No. 4. ICCC Commissioner Ayn says any retail or wholesale business that fails to comply with the measure or has not sought prior approval from the ICCC will be issued with an infringement notice. The ICCC is adamant that they will not hesitate to take legal action against those who fail to settle.
That will cost us. We need to inform our consumers in advance that because these are shipments not meant for us, but they are from other economies that we are diverting into PNG. So we have yet to finalize the actual prices. As soon as we finalize the actual numbers, as usual on the 8th of every month, we will announce it for the consumers to pay. It is our view that the government should terminate the contract the government has with Puma. We've been very quiet in trying to get some practical results, and today we announced to our consumers that the relief is coming, but it is the onus of the government now to terminate the contract it has with Puma Energy. I think enough is enough.
And now to the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2662 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2587 US, $0.3929 Australian dollars, $0.2308 euro, and 38.66 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed lower except copra, which closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues after the break with what's making headlines abroad.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic get up a big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgera.
Starting this scale yard want a chance to win him scale school money blow all pickinini. Scale rice he give him 200 chance to win him 1,000 kina scale school money. Buy him any scale or scale or rice product, write his full name, no mobile number, no backside no receipt, now put him inside the entry box inside the store. He got promotion term na condition too.
Skull
I'll rise.
The Grain Changer.
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
Welcome back. And to regional news, ministers have formally approved the World Trade Organization membership terms of Comoros and Timor-Leste at a special ceremony held at the 13th WTO Ministerial Conference in Abu Dhabi on Monday. The respective governments said the ceremony marked a historic day for both least developed countries and a significant step in their quest to accelerate economic and political reforms. Trade ministers unanimously welcomed both WTO membership deals, which were approved at the MC13 opening ceremony. 22 more countries are seeking to follow in their footsteps. Many of them were present in Abu Dhabi, including a sizable contingent from the Arab world. Comoros and Timor-Leste will bring the total number of WTO members to 166. South Korea has given striking doctors a deadline to get back to work or face the consequences. More than 7,800 trainee doctors have walked off the job or resigned to protest more planned university spots for medical students, saying pay and conditions need to be improved before signing on new doctors.
Ruo Okada is a 25-year-old trainee doctor who used to work at this hospital.
I wanted to become a doctor because I wanted to stand next to people when they're at their most vulnerable.
He's one of the 9,000 trainee doctors who walked off the job last week after the South Korean government announced a package of policy changes aimed at improving medical services. The government says they'll increase the number of medical school admissions from 3,000 students to 5,000. But protesting doctors say the government should put pay and working conditions at the top of their agenda, rather than raising numbers.
Trainee doctors usually work over 100 hours per week. While some may think we start our shifts at 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning, in reality we begin at 4 or 6 a.m. in the morning. We earn around $2,300 to $4,600 per month, not tens of thousands. The current medical system in South Korea, which is a great one, is run by forcing cheap trainee doctors to keep grinding.
The mass walkout has disrupted hospital operations and services, with patients being turned away and surgeries postponed in some cities. Protesters argue this proves their point, that intern doctors are relied on as a crucial part of the labour force, who make up at least 40% of staff at some of Seoul's major hospitals. The government says those who don't return by Friday will face a minimum 3-month suspension of their medical licence, among other legal action.
To all trainee doctors, please be back in the field by the end of the month. If you return to the hospital you left by this time, you won't be held responsible for what you've done in the past.
Trainees feel they're not being listened to.
If the government truly intends to listen to the voices of young trainee doctors, they should not issue back-to-work orders.
A recent poll found about 3/4 of South Koreans approve of the plan for more places at medical schools. They'll be wanting the striking doctors back at work come Friday.
Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Shtayyeh says his government is resigning in a move that could open the door to US-backed reforms in the Palestinian Authority. President Mahmoud Abbas must still decide whether he accepts Mr. Shataya and his government's resignation tendered on Monday. But the move signals a willingness by the Western-backed Palestinian leadership to accept a shake-up that might usher in reforms seen as necessary to revitalize the Palestinian Authority. The U.S. wants a reformed Palestinian Authority to govern Gaza once the war is over. But many obstacles remain to making that vision a reality. The next stage and its challenges require new governmental and political arrangements that take into account the new reality in the Gaza Strip. A man has been killed in a targeted drive-by shooting in Sydney's southwest this morning.
Around 8:30 this morning, a car drove down Stella Street here in Fairfield Heights. Multiple gunshots were then fired from the sedan at one of the homes on the street. A 20-year-old man who was believed to be standing outside the property at the time was shot in the head. Paramedics tried to save him, but he died at the scene. It's understood that the victim lived in that home and that some members of his family were inside when the shooting took place. Police won't confirm whether they believe this attack is gang-related or not, but they have been clear that this was a targeted shooting and the victim was known to them.
All I will say is that the male's known to us, and certainly his history and other associations will form part of the investigation going forward. So we're still piecing together information in relation to where that vehicle in fact came from, and certainly part of our investigations will include a CCTV canvas to attempt to identify where that vehicle's from, whether it was in the area before the shooting and in fact where it went after.
This is a quiet suburban area and it's understood that the shooting likely occurred around the time of school drop-off. So understandably this is very concerning for local residents. Thankfully though, aside from the victim of the shooting, no one else has been injured. Police are still trying to track down the person or people responsible for the shooting, and they'll be examining whether the attack was potentially related to any of the other shootings we've seen across Sydney over the past couple of years. Anyone who has seen a dark-coloured sedan in the Fairfield area in Western Sydney is being urged to contact Crime Stoppers.
Back home, Silas Kanya, known as Psyche, is gearing up to launch his third solo album, Unlove, and will embark on a nationwide tour across 12 provinces. With heartfelt gratitude to his loyal fans, Psyche invites audiences across Papua New Guinea to join him on this epic musical journey, promising an adventure that will leave fans uplifted and happy. Psyche's journey in the music industry spans over a decade, tracing back to his introduction in 2010 when he lent his vocals to his father, Leonard Kanye's album. Raised in a musical environment, Psyche's passion for music blossomed early on, leading him to carve his path as a solo artist. He ventured into the spotlight with the Choke Band before going solo in 2015, captivating audiences with his distinctive sound. Having released his debut solo album in 2019, followed by a sophomore release in 2020, Psyche has consistently showcased his artistic evolution. His latest endeavor, the Unlove album, marks a pivotal moment in his musical journey. Although he teased fans with a partial release towards the end of 2023 and early 2024, the full album is set to captivate listeners with its emotive resonance. In conjunction with the album release, Psyche is gearing up for an extensive nationwide tour spanning 12 provinces across Papua New Guinea. Commencing on March 1st in Port Moresby, the tour promises to enrapture audiences with Psyche's soulful performances. Each province will feature a hand-picked lineup of local artists, including the esteemed Uralom Kanya and other talented musicians, adding depth and diversity to the musical experience. Reflecting on his collaborative efforts, Psyche expressed gratitude for the opportunity to collaborate with fellow artists, notably highlighting his recent Valentine's Day single, Tingy Me, featuring DJ Dirty Fingers and O4. This collaboration underscores Psyche's commitment to crafting music that resonates with audiences on a profound level, transcending boundaries of love and friendship. As Psyche embarks on this monumental tour, he extends his heartfelt appreciation to his loyal fan base, whose unwavering support fuels his artistic endeavors. With Lay serving as a cornerstone of his tour, Psyche acknowledges the immense impact of his fans nationwide, promising to deliver unforgettable performances in every province.
The tour is actually like launching like to play it single bumba, it song bumba lo, misla menigula EP bumba na menigula beni bumba na one of my album lumi. So it's like malalo and I love tour, PNG tour. Tour maybe self-sponsor, self-sponsor too much, but for me, one event company where we try out running tour on them.
And that ends the news segment. Over to you, Rex.
Thanks, Carol. After the break, Southern Regional Kickboxing set to kick off, and Rottinga ready for a call-up to the Hunters.
Beauty is my business, but beauty sure is a tough game. Filters are great, but great skin, better. And that's why my skin deserves the best. So I choose self-care, soaps that gently nourish my skin, resulting in a radiant look, made with tropical ingredients. I trust self-care from City Pharmacy, so bring it on! My skin is ready and so am I.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Want more data for less? Get it now with Digicel's revamped Red Club. Enjoy data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Plus rollover data, the widest coverage, fastest speeds, and best reliability. Only with Red Club. Join Digicel's exclusive Red Club today and get loads more data for less. Yes! Data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Whoa! Join today for as low as 10 kilo weekly to access discounted data bundles and get more data for less. Dial *675# or visit the My Digicel app today. The Red Club. Only with Digicel.
He's seen as a table legend.
That is delicious.
Join Tommy Gomes in a tasty culinary voyage.
Holy mackerel. Did I just say that? We're exploring where your quality American seafood comes from. Quality is key. The uglier the fish, the better it tastes.
Take a deep dive into America's commercial fishing culture. The Fishmonger. Streaming now on Outdoor.
Welcome back. Bears in the A grade and Trebu in B grade have booked spots for the 2024 Port Moresby Women's Softball Grand Final, scheduled for March 9, 2024, after recording respective wins in the major semi-finals on Saturday at the Bicini Softball Diamonds. The Bears accounted for Saints 6-4 in the A-grade qualifier, while Cebu proved too strong for the Bears 21-15.
Port Moresby women's softball witnessed some interesting games on Saturday in the first week of the elimination and preliminary finals for its 2024 season, both for the A and B grades at the BCN Diamonds. Port Moresby women's softball president Ian Sovani said it was quite challenging trying to get the interest of women's softball back, but through perseverance and a lot of sacrifices from individual clubs, they have successfully seen the end of the season with the final series now underway. While providing a brief overview of the playoffs, he commended all the teams for their commitment as they look forward to staging the grand final on the 9th of March.
The big grade is clear-cut. I think the two best teams played this morning, so we'll see how we go with Bears again next weekend. But for A grade, it'll be a tough tussle. We've got the experience of Bears versus the up and coming over the season. Saints have been consistently winning games and also performance-wise, so they've got some young girls in there. So it will be good watch for a major semi. They'll give Bears a good run maybe this afternoon. Bears basically still have the experienced hands on the old hands are still playing. And of course, United Sisters been our champion club also has a lot of experience there to challenge Gazelle, and we also have a lot of young players. Yeah.
The president said the prelim finals will continue this weekend, while at the same time the men's preseason will pitch off, which should draw a good turnout to the BCN Diamonds. Saturday will see Saints take on United Sisters in the A grade, while in the B grade Bears will have another crack at Gazelle.
Basically, the grand final will be on the 9th of March.
Okay.
We're working with the men's association also. They've got their corporate sevens on next weekend, so there'll be a collaboration between the men's and us hosting all the games here. I think for us it will be just 2 games with the 2 preliminary finals, but the men's will be. So we are working together to bring softball back in the city, and I think that will help bring people to watch the finals for us. And hopefully all goes well, the men will run the corporate finals on the 9th as well. So that will be a curtain raiser to our A grade. Yeah.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Papua New Guinea and Vanuatu have been invited to play in the new FIFA Series pilot project in March this year in Sri Lanka. The initiative provides for a series of inter-confederation friendlies to be played in a single host nation during international windows. The invitation to play in the FIFA Series pilot project provides nations with more regular opportunities to play international matches against sides outside of their confederation to increase development opportunities previously unavailable. This FIFA Series pilot project will see PNG, ranked 165 in the FIFA World Ranking, place host Sri Lanka, ranked 204, Bhutan ranked 184, and Central African Republic ranked 129. Vanuatu will play Bermuda, Brunei and Guinea. The pilot project will run from 18 to 26 March 2024, with the full rollout expected to be in March 2026. The forthcoming edition of the FIFA Series will feature national teams from all 6 confederations, and future installments are planned during every March international match windows of 7 years. FIFA President Gianni Infantino commented that FIFA Series is a positive step forward. FIFA President Gianni Infantino commented that FIFA Series is a positive step forward for national football teams at the global level. He told OFC Media that FIFA member associations have been expressing their desire for a long time to test themselves against their counterparts from all around the world, and now they can do so within the current men's international match calendar. He said, more meaningful matches will enable for more valuable footballing interaction for players, teams and fans, and will make a concrete contribution to the development of the game. Kimber Carter's Rising Star Center and fullback and PNG Hunters recruit Eliza Rotinga is on a mission to fulfill his rugby league aspirations of becoming a hunter in 2024. The Western Highlands prodigy said growing up education was a priority over rugby league until he made his breakthrough in 2019. After 2 seasons with the West New Britain franchise Kimber Cutters, Rotinga got his calling after a breakout season in 2023, picking up the Top Centre of the Year award.
At only 24 years of age, Rotinga possesses incredible skill, strength and speed that will bring the X factor to the Hunters backline in 2024. He's a versatile player who can play multiple positions in the back three, fullback, centre and winger, but preferably his original position is fullback. Tall and athletic, Rotinga had a standout season in 2023 and was awarded the Top Centre of the Year. A solid pre-season training workout and 2 impressive trial matches was a culmination of Rotinga's great work ethics to achieve his ultimate goal for now, making his Hunters debut.
Pre-season last year TCL. Opinion similar in plan is something like senior boys, your coaching staff, want to coach them, come down, start boys, personally go, start one them story, one is something improve them. Opinion similar in plan is something extra. To try to play me room, at least me improve the league, previous games me even play camp, TCL cup. To play games one man I understand him really what's a play like interest super me feel taste them I understand him really what is then.
Rotinga, being humble as he is, said he's been grateful to the Hunters coaching staff who have been able to impart a lot of valuable knowledge and experience about how the game is being played at the next level.
The side domain was some to trials and play me it'll improve some really something too so me mail final squad number them me think one something me want to mail per minute lo at least all give me chance the game now then but making best me look forward to contribute to the team.
Apart from making the Hunters, Rotinga's next prospect would be to pursue any opportunities overseas whenever they present themselves. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
That's all we have in sports. Carol.
Thank you, Rex. Another weather forecast for the main centres for the next 24 hours. Southern region, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Port Moresby, cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Omase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain. Lae, cloudy with few possible showers. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lorengau and Kavieng, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Highlands, scattered showers and thunderstorms with areas of rain. All Highlands centres experiencing some showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate with west to southwest winds of 10 to 20 knots. Solomon Sea, seas smooth to slight with southeast to southwest winds of 5 to 15 knots. Coastal waters forecast. Waters of Samaray Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands. Waters of Finschhafen through Vitiers Strait to Siasi and Long Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Long Island to Medang to Wewak to Vanuatu and northern PNG and Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And that wraps up another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.